Offroad Odyssey is presented by Rockford Fosgate.
What's up guys, I'm Alexa and welcome to Offroad Odyssey. Today we're going inside the build and turning a Polaris Ranger into this thumped out Texas rig. To get it done, we're teaming up with our friends at Thumper Fab. We're in Marshall, Texas, home to Thumper Fab HQ. We've got our stock Polaris Ranger 1500, but before we get going on this, let's go inside and get to know the company behind the build.
We of course make accessories for off-road vehicles. Our motto and our tagline that you've seen around the shop and on everything is engineered to be the best. We make bumpers, front and rear bumpers. We make Nerf rails, roofs, roof racks. Our roofs also have audio integrated with them. On those audio roofs, we usually integrate a roof rack to them. So you think your Polaris Ranger, your Can-Am Defender, your Mavericks, your Razors, anything fun off-road, we're making it. And as you can see when you walk through the door, from engineering up front all the way to the back of the shop as we walk through this, everything is designed, built, CNC laser cut, press broke, welded, powder coated, packaged, all under one roof here in Marshall, Texas. We've got a good team back there working on this thing. Brittany's gonna be walking us through a lot of the install. We've got Jesse, we've got Batman, we've got Brian. Brittany is our social media holic. Probably seen her online a little bit.
Off-road here with us today. We're building a Ranger 1500 from the ground up. As you can see,
She's very well versed in the product and goes out to a lot of the rides and tests it and put it through the paces itself. I would say this is Ranger country. What really got us into the suspension side of things is it's such a popular machine. It can carry 6 people, so if you got a bigger family, works great around the ranch or the property. But on the weekends, you want to go have some fun. We want it to ride a little bit better. We want it to perform a little bit better.
Brittany, I am so stoked to have you here on this build. We've got some awesome girl power.
That's right, girl power.
This machine is ready to go. What's the first thing we're gonna do?
So we're gonna start with the lower part of the machine first and kind of work our way up. We're gonna throw on our long travel kit, get this build on the road.
All right, let's do it. All right, tell me a little bit about the suspension kit that we're putting on this machine.
So this is our long travel suspension kit. We do square tubing, something that sets us a little bit aside and different from all the other companies. Shock Therapy and Fox jumped on board with us. Our housings for our uniballs here, uniball pins. We have several different options when it comes to your ball joints and stuff like that, so it really sets us apart. Changes not only the performance, but the durability of the machine.
Cool, which we're gonna need if we're gonna take this thing and put it to the limit. So the shocks are super important for having that nice smooth ride when you're, pushing the machine. Tell me about these shocks here.
So these are the Fox shocks from Shock Therapy. Difference between these is they are extended, so they're gonna change, like you said, the durability, the performance, and make the machine really perform great.
You're watching Offroad Odyssey.
Offroad Odyssey is sponsored by Rockford Fosgate, purpose-built audio. Motorcycle gear, no matter what you ride, motorcyclegear.com has the gear you need. Aluma Trailers, ready to ride when you are. Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply, your one-stop shop for all things DeWalt. And by Onyx Off-Road, your #1 off-road mapping and navigation app.
Welcome back to Offroad Odyssey.
We're putting the factory brake rotor and caliper back on. They mount straight up to our long travel kit.
We are live here in the Thumper Fab headquarters. We have Offroad Odyssey here with us today. We're building a Ranger 1500 from the ground up. As you can see, the guys behind me are already starting on the long travel. So we're going to go around it, do front and rear bumpers, rock sliders, and mud for explorer. Y'all stay tuned.
Good job there, sir. Good job.
Our build here in Texas is cruising right along, and next up is shocks. There you go.
Down to you. Right there, stop. Don't move. That's it, sway bar link. This stabilizes your ride when you turn. So we mounted up the lower control arm, put the axle in, then did the knuckle. Moved on to the upper control arm, and then just finish up the brakes.
So as you can see, it's that easy. Front bumper is completely on. All of our accessories are both on. We're gonna get the lights wired up, get the winch thrown on it. We'll be ready to roll.
Whoa, oh, no killer. These are shackles there.
This is a job that I can do. Let's see, how'd you do this one? 2 and 2. I had one job, not to drop this. He hasn't seen yet. Okay, Brittany, we've got our front bumper on. The guys are working on the rear bumper in the back, but these are special to Thumper Fab. Tell me why.
These are very special to us because, you know, a lot of people, they see, oh, okay, they're known for their suspension, they're known for their audio roofs, but honest to God, the only reason this is where it started. Thumper Bumper, this is where it all began, and just to see it turn into something even more is just, it's incredible, it's incredible. We had to go big, we're from Texas, everything in Texas is bigger, right. So we threw a huge Warn winch on the front of it to make sure this buggy is never stuck. I mean, it fits the machine. Like I said, Thumper Bumper, it just got a ring to it.
Are we gonna get into some mud when we take this thing riding?
I mean, I can get you stuck.
So let's dive in a little bit deeper to some of the features on this bumper.
So the 1500, you have factory lights in the bumper. So we wanted to keep all the lighting, so we made it to where our bumper utilizes your lights. So these are customizable accent panels. Back behind there are the 6-inch dual row light bars. So you're not gonna lose any of your lighting when you're on the trails. Massive bull bar up top that's gonna completely protect your machine, your radiator, all that stuff.
Very important. Plus then the winch, of course, and what are these here?
These are shackles, massive D-rings, and you know, all of our bumpers are CNC laser cut, so they're winch ready. Anytime you buy one from us, if you don't choose our winch, you can throw one on, they're all ready to go.
This thing's pretty heavy duty.
Very heavy duty, I mean, it makes the machine look good, it protects it, and it's durable.
Cool, huh?
Rear bumper installed. Talk to us about it.
So it's on there. Like I said, all of our bumpers are CNC winch ready. So we put the Warn winch in the back here. It's got the winch stopper just so your rope winch doesn't get tied up. Massive D-rings, customizable accent panels, dual row 6-inch light bars tucked back there. All of our bumpers are made in Texas. A lot of people don't realize, you know, everything that we do is pretty much under one roof. Like I said earlier, we're from Texas. We like everything bigger. Looks good on the machine, fits it, and it's gonna get you out of a bind.
I was gonna say, we've got 2 winches, so if we get stuck, it's on us.
Yeah.
We can't get out.
It's gonna be Operation Error at this point.
I love it. Well, it looks great, and I'm sure it functions great too, but we've got a little bit more to do here before we see this thing in action.
We're getting close. So here we have the all-new redesigned Nerf rails for the Ranger 1500. They protect the machine inside and out. You can also have these custom powder coated to your liking of the color.
We're flying on this build, and we're gonna keep on rolling when we get back. You're watching Offroad Odyssey.
Offroad Odyssey is sponsored by Shock Therapy, your premier suspension tuning company. Cargo Max, the only utility trailer in the sports car category. Amsoil, engineered for what you drive. And by Flow Fast, the ultimate portable fluid transfer system.
Welcome back to Offroad Odyssey. Of course, we have the whole crew from Thumper Fab here, but we had some friends fly into Mike from Metal FX. Came all the way from California.
Thanks for having us.
Heck yeah. Tell us a little bit about Metal FX.
So Metal FX manufactures custom forged wheels for the UTV, off-road, and truck and Jeep industry. And now we've come out with our cast wheels, which is at a much more affordable price point than our forged wheels are.
Cool. Tell us about the product that you brought for this build.
So we chose the 15x7 Delta R beadlock wheel with a black finish, contrast cut windows, 5-lug bolt pattern to fit the Ranger 1500. One of the things I'd like to point out that we do on all of our wheels is we make them hub-centric, which means we make the center bore just a few thousandths bigger than what the Pilot is on the car. It allows you to hang the wheel on the Pilot instead of hanging it on the studs, makes it a little easier to mount, and it also takes some of the load off the studs when you're driving.
User-friendly, but that looks pretty good too. That's so sick. A little different riding here in Texas than California, huh?
Yep.
Different styles, right?
Different world.
It's always fun. Well, we appreciate you being here. We should get these things on the car.
Let's do it.
This is a Texas tire.
It's big.
What makes this tire the one we want on this build?
So this is a Braven Off-Road 35-inch tire. It's got massive side lugs on it. Not only that, but it's an all-terrain. So it's gonna be rock, mud, sand, anything like that. It's gonna be aggressive, and it looks good.
And it looks good, most importantly with that Metal FX wheel on there. So we're taking this thing to Gator Run. What kind of terrain are we gonna see out there?
So when we go to Gator Run Off-Road, it's a little bit of everything. I mean, where I'm gonna take y'all in an area that's got a little bit of some jumps in it, and some red clay. I can take you through some water. I can take you through definitely get you stuck in the mud too. I mean, but we got the winches, so we should be good.
Right, all right, but this tire is gonna be able to handle pretty much everything.
It's gonna do everything we want it to do.
Love it.
So Casey, we utilize them in a lot of our audio roofs, so of course they jumped in on this build. JC, tell me a little bit about what's in this box.
So the Pro 6, the Gravity Pro 6 has always been like just an iconic look. This is the all-new Gravity Titan, and I'm super excited to see what this looks like when it's lit up on the trails. He's ready.
All hands are on deck right now with the finishing touches of our build. We've got the Thumper Fab bed rack going on with the party bar, sound bar in there because, you know, we gotta be loud. It is Texas after all. This build is finally coming together, and I cannot wait to see this thing on the trail. This machine is all about business, but there is a party going on in the—
Jeff, I knew that was you.
Like we were saying, party in the back.
Definitely.
Tell me about this bed rack and what we have going on.
So this is our universal bed mount. It doesn't only work on Polaris. It works on Can-Am, U-Force. I mean, tons of different models that this works with. Completely adjustable, so you can bring it all the way down, all the way to up, and you have extra storage on top.
Totally, and a ton of space down here.
Tons of space.
Then the party bar.
We're exclusive Rockford Fosgate dealers, so we love to thump Rockford Fosgate. It's got the RGBs in it, so it's definitely a party.
I love it. Plus it's lit up because you gotta look good and sound good and ride good.
All the above.
All the above. It's a party. I think we're almost done.
Let's go party.
Thanks, that works for me.
Let's go.
Somebody always asks for a phone charger on the trail, myself included. There's nothing better than having one built in right here, no cords necessary. Let's see if this thing works. We have power. Brittany said it, this thing is ready for the trail. But before we pack up and head out, check this thing out.
I was pretty blown away. We turned a work machine into a little bit of a fun toy. So yeah. Everything about this thing is just it's cool.
Welcome back to Offroad Odyssey. We're here at Gator Run Park in Texas with our thumped out build. We took a stock Polaris Ranger 1500 and added Thumper Fab long travel suspension with Fox shocks, Thumper Fab front and rear bumpers.
These are very special to us. This is where it started.
With front and rear worn winches, Thumper Fab Nerf rails.
They protect the machine inside and out. You can also have these custom powder coated to your liking of the color.
A Thumper Fab roof rack with the new LC Highlights Titan Pro 6 light bar. A bed rack with the custom party bar powered by Rockford Fosgate sound. And Metal Effects Delta R beadlock wheels and Braven Off-Road 35-inch Blood Axe tires. All right, Brittany, the build is complete. We've got it out here at the park. What do you think?
Well, like I said, it turned out way more than we could have ever imagined. I mean, it looks good. I'm ready to see how it performs and get this thing a little dirty.
Okay, you gonna take me for a ride?
I am. Let's do this.
Let's go.
We're hitting Gator Run. Gator Run has a little bit of everything. A lot of sandy surface.
It is everything that I thought it would look like. You know, the roof rack, the universal bed rack in the back, the bumpers. I mean, the red really makes this whole machine just pop.
Man, that thing handles great. I think that we did a good job on the suspension. The shocks do really well.
So I did a little bit of some clay pits back in the back where, you know, it's not necessarily rock, but, you know, it's got some height to it. So I crawled up those real easy. I've drove a stock 1500 and this one completely thumped out with our long travel suspension, you know, the Fox shocks, shock therapy underneath there. It performed incredible.
Bumpers look amazing with the big 8,000-pound winch.
Well, she's driving really good. Suspension's working really well.
I hit some flat surface, and then of course I got it dirty in the mud. I hit a hole back there that was a little, you know, sideways, and I walked it like a dog. I mean, it was incredible. It performed tremendously. We had a girls' day, you know. As you can see, the machine is filthy. We stepped out, we're pretty clean. We got a purple comb in there. We were combing out our curls. You know, it was a good day. All in all, everything performed just like I expected it to. We show up anywhere we go and we show out. You know, we go to expos and rides and we want to be beside Thumper Fab. We want to be with Thumper Fab because we bring the party. Adding this one to the fleet, like I said, we're going to bring something that everybody's going to love. It's going to be a showstopper.